Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to New World. I am excited to get back into things here today. I had a day off, but I'm happy to get back in. We are going to continue the main story quest today, but first we're going to tackle these 3 faction board quests that we have up here in Everfall, and I'm thinking that should take us from level 22 to level 23, which is the level we want to be to forge our Azoth staff here for our main story quest. So we're going to head out to the south. I'm gonna come all the way down here. This one is hunting woodland lynx, so we'll probably be able to get these anywhere along the path as we head to the southeast down to 4 and 5 here. So let's do that. We're already outside of town. We'll get going. Along the way, we'll keep our eyes open for any ore that we pass and any chance to skill up our herbalism, aka harvesting. Eventually I'll just call it harvesting the first time. Yeah, so we're going to kind of avoid this objective for now. And we'll circle around. We'll start looking for lynx as we work our way down here. Not as many people out in the zone today. I can kind of imagine that at this point a lot of people are pulling ahead into higher levels, which kind of suits me just fine. The cities themselves are still pretty populated though. Probably because, you know, anywhere from level 1 to level 25 would use the same town. Do we have any territory standing here? We do. We'll do gathering speed. And the links are going to look like this. An enemy design that we are well familiar with at this point. Slightly different colors from different zones. Let's go ahead and skin it as well. We do have that increased gathering speed. We'll just clear a couple of things out of the way here so we can actually get to the body. There we go. A silkweed here that we need to have a level 100 harvesting skill. We are a far cry from that. And that was actually all the links that we needed. Surprisingly, we didn't need a very large amount of those skins. So that is 1 down and 2 to go. Let's kind of angle ourselves more of a straight line here. Got a couple of uncharted landmarks over here. We might be able to grab this one on our way. Sometimes these end up being higher level areas. We don't really need the links, but we're not passing by a lot of aggressive stuff, so we might as well fight it. And if we're gonna fight it, we might as well skin it too. Level 22 area, so not over level. Very nice. Couple of veins of silver sitting here out in the open. And I have to admit, I saw them in my field of view before I noticed them on the compass. Need to get better at checking the compass more often. My flow with checking the compass is that I'll check the compass quite a bit. I won't find anything, and then slowly I will stop checking the compass. And that's obviously a good way to miss a bunch of ore. Mountain cougar, slightly different than a lynx, basically the same enemy. We might as well open both of these, find out what they are. Waterlogged gloves of the fighter and longsword of the monk. The longsword of the monk is an upgrade. We will take it. And big surprise, it looks exactly like every other sword we've equipped. And the waterlogged gloves of the fighter are a light glove. Strength and dex. They have lots of different names for what's basically the same cat. This one was a tawny puma. A lot of different cat species living very closely together in similar territory. I don't know a lot about large cats, so I don't know if that's realistic or not. Alright, we are looking for items here that could be valuable to the Marauder campaign. Acquire each steel blade using whatever means necessary. I'm assuming that's going to be drops off of the enemies. Maybe not the wolves, though. Alright, going forward here, we're going to try not to fight two things at once. And to have our food buffs actually going before a lot of combat. Typically a good idea. Okay, so on that note, we still haven't... Okay, we're searching chest. No, the text in our log says chest. The text in the journal says by whatever means necessary. So we're looking for chest. And of course, there was one hiding in the well. A lot of ebony wolves hanging out in these houses, not a lot of steel blades. Probably gonna have to look further down the road here to find any more, maybe beyond this graveyard. We have a lost Gravedigger here who looks like he might be kind of a beefy enemy. Maybe looks are just deceiving. This is kind of a new enemy. He's wearing a conical hat and has a coffin on his back. I'm assuming there's somebody in there that needs burying. I'm not sure what he's doing here. That's a little bit weird. He might be bugged. Okay, he seems fine now. Alright, well he was something a little bit new. At least I don't remember seeing guys carrying coffins around before. Yeah, this is kind of a different looking area. Whiff. That was quite a whiff. Oh, he's doing that weird thing again. Maybe this is doing some kind of, like, cone damage in front of him? Could be. It just looks so weird. It's hard to tell what it's supposed to be doing. Getting the idea, though, that maybe I don't want to be in front of it when it's doing that. Okay, so far, guys, we've only found a single plundered or steel blade. I guess we're the ones doing the plundering. And yeah, so that's a little concerning. Well, that was good. We've fought spirit beings before. I don't know if these guys are unique or if we've seen them before. I feel like we saw them in one of the temples we went to for the beginning parts of the main story quest dealing with the Soul Wardens. But maybe I could be misremembering that. Alright, we have two blades. We have a lost hunter here with a cool blue torch. Ouch. Okay, let's avoid whatever that is. Something weird going on in there. I'm gonna back out a little bit. Maybe get out of this too. Yeah, we have some kind of snare going on while we're in this, or maybe there's the snare cast on us in general. Well, that was an interesting fight. And it was guarding a supply stockpile, so we needed that. And now we need to find one more steel blade. And of course, all the guys we fought down there have already respawned. Because why not?
Mahabanti!
I always have difficulty for some reason, especially recently, finding like the last item that I need for a collection quest. It's been an issue a couple of times recently. Enough for it to be a trend for me, which is not really the kind of trend that you'd like. So I'm kind of clearing around the perimeter to see if maybe we see anything on the outskirts. And yeah, I'm really not seeing anywhere where one of these chests would be. It just gets tiresome having to fight the same guys over and over again to search the areas thoroughly. I feel like fighting them once is enough, and then we should have a little bit of time to search, and then they could respawn a couple minutes after that. Especially when there aren't a lot of other players around. Like, I understand when a little area is very populated, you want to have that respawn rate cranked up, but like, we have fought this guy now every time we've wandered over here, and we've only been here for about 7 minutes. And this is our third time fighting the same guy. That's a little bit overtuned for a respawn rate. You could cut that in half by 100% and it would be fine. It would be fine still. And in fact, much more enjoyable. Alright, sword and shield, level 8, and I see our crate here. We are probably gonna have to fight this guy in order to get it. Oh, he's absorbing health from us when he's doing that. Look, guys who are yelling at your screen. I figured it out. He was absorbing health from us while he was doing the weird kaleidoscope burst thing out of his coffin. That could have been made more clear visually what was happening. I mean, I could have paid attention to his health and why he wasn't really losing any, but it's just a weird effect to give a spell. Oh, we have a hammer sitting in our inventory that is a higher level hammer than the one we have equipped. Okay, let's go in here. I think maybe it behooves us to start working down the trees, because I guess we want to unlock this, right? I guess that's what we really need to do. Tactical Strike. Whirling Blade reduces cooldown on the ability for each enemy. 10% for each enemy hit. Let's do that. And then while health is full, deal 15% more damage. We're going to grab that next. Alright, we are done with that. Let's cross over into Windsward here to do this one, number 3. It's a threat to the Marauder interest. We need to defeat every Ancient Guardian. I feel like we've done this one before. I could be wrong. I feel like we've defeated Ancient Guardians before. Hatchet of the Ranger? Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're using strength right now. That's actually really good. Huh. I like having the impact and the slash, but I enjoy the hatchet. One of you guys let me know that the hatchet and the hammer were going to get nerfed. I mean, in the hatchet's case, I mean, let's face it. The hatchet does a lot of damage. The warhammer, though? I don't know. I feel like that is fine. Maybe there's something with it, with PvP, that makes it unbalanced. But fighting enemies, it seemed to, like, not overpowered, but it does have a lot of stuns and knockbacks and stuff like that, but that seems to be the design intention behind the weapon. Wait, did this? Okay, I thought the turkey aggroed us. That was going to be a shocking development, an overly aggressive turkey. The hatchet is a lot of fun. I really wish we could just have something in our offhand, maybe just for visual appeal, to be dual wielding. Maybe this with a dagger, like a hatchet and a dagger, or maybe just twin hatchets. I don't know. Yeah, I guess twin hatchets would be really cool. Oh, not sure what happened there. Alright, here's one of the guardians. Oh, we caught a random rabbit in our swing. Sorry, Mr. Rabbit, you were not an intended target. You were a casualty of war. That's the never-ending war between the living and the dead. Yeah, the hatchet is melting these guys. I mean, they're level 20 and we're level 22, so we got a couple levels on them, but... I like how he, like, was kind enough to stand there until we wound up our strong attack and just smacked him in the back with it. Where's he going? And what is going on with us? Am I overburdened? For some reason my movement controls are not responding to inputs. Oh, there we go. It's fine now. Really didn't want to pull both of these guys. Alright, there we go. Had some wackiness with my controls there. But it seems to be fine now. Maybe I can get healed up and then we can fight this guy laying down here before everything else respawns. And that is that. They packed a lot of those guys really closely together, so we are done. Let's go ahead and, well, we didn't quite hit level 23. But maybe what we'll do is we'll recall to the inn here in Windsward. We'll turn in what we have there. And then we'll quick travel up to Everfall. And turn in what we have there. See if that gets us to level 23. And assuming that it does, we'll then go take on our main story quest.
My blade, my life. Choose your next contribution to our cause.
Alright, that did get us our level and then some. We have a little bit of tokens. Not like an overwhelming amount. I don't really think we were saving up for much of anything. I also don't really think there's anything in here that we need anymore. Yeah, I think we are good with this vendor for right now. Alright, we should probably hit the storage bin and just dump anything I've collected. I know we've grabbed some silver and a few other things. Whoops, don't want to take. I definitely want to drop, not take. We need to do some tanning, some leather working. We have a lot of leather. Oh, here we go. This is the silver. So while we're here, let's go ahead and we'll go down and do some smelting. And I want to do some leather working as well. Well, that got us a level. That was good. What can we do for iron? We can do 14. And that's another level. Not sure if we can actually forge that into anything useful. Probably not. If we want to just get like pure skill ups, we could probably just make the 5 of these. And then I think we're just going to salvage all this stuff. Which should get us the materials to do a couple more. Or not. Oh yeah, we can. We can do one more. Or we can do boots. And that's probably all we're going to get done for now. Where is the leather working at? That's the tannery. Okay, yep, that's where we're headed. We did get attribute points as well. Let's go ahead and dump those right into strength. That should get us a level. Oh, it got us 11 levels from 40 to 51. We can make rugged leather. Let's do that. That got us to level 55. We can make coarse leather times 2 now. I like that I have no idea what I'm doing, except that my goal is really ultimately to level this up. So I don't really have to have any other goal, besides making as much as I can. $57. And then back to the coarse leather. A nice little depreciating cycle that we're in, getting us plenty of experience. That's probably going to be the end of it right there. There we go. Alright, and what about the Arcane Repository? Still can't make any common health potions. We can make a bunch of, well, not a bunch. We can make some weak health potions. Let's go ahead and do that. We could make some of these tinctures. I was told that we would need them eventually, so it might not be a bad idea to have some on us. Oh, this seems like the way to level up our Arcana, is by crafting these tinctures was getting us a lot more experience than it seemed like the potions were getting us. We need to remember to have water on hand for these. Okay, that'll do for now. I have a little bit more in the inventory than I would like. Let's break some stuff down. And then we'll store some more things. I'll keep the better hammer on us. But I think we're going to store a bunch of stuff as well. Yeah, see, a 34 travel cost is actually pretty cheap, so when we can keep our weight down, and the distance isn't too far, that does seem to matter quite a lot in having a more affordable Azoth cost for fast travel. And yeah, usually I would do the crafting at the end of an episode, but it just kind of made sense to do it there since we had to use our bind point to get back to town anyway. I know not everyone is really into the crafting, and it's probably not the most exciting stuff to watch. But ultimately, it is part of what I'm trying to do, so always feel free to skip past the crafting stuff if you're not interested in it.
I salute you, fellow Marauder. We will never give up the fight. And in the end, we will emerge victorious.
And we'll just grab these next two, assuming that at some point we will probably be passing them or doing something else in the area. And it's just free reputation, experience, and token points. Like, yeah, see, we got a bunch of stuff up here we could do now. Not sure if the main story is going to take us that way, but it could be an easy way to gain a couple levels if we needed to. For now, we are going to head down to our main story quest here. If we can manage to go south properly. It's not always an option just to cut through an alley or jump over a wall. Some 2-foot tall gates are apparently impossible to climb over. So, who knew? We'll just go out of town over here. And that's going to make life a lot easier. See, the graphics in the game are at their best when they're giving us amazing views like that. Now I wonder if we're going to be able to approach as a straight line, or if we're going to end up having to go down to the road here and kind of... I won't be surprised if we have to go down to the road. But let's go find out. Let's see what happens when we try to take a straight line shot to our quest objective. Can we get there? It looks like we might be able to. There might have been a wall here once, but it's broken away. We were going to be able to pass right through where the wall once stood. So that's cool. I'm glad we tried that. That being said, this place looks full of, what, level 24 enemies? And they're strong against the slash damage, so maybe we'll be pulling back out the Great Hammer here. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll do that. Okay, our abilities are on cooldown, that's right. 10 more seconds. We are going to hang out here and just wait. Alright, there we go. Let's keep that equipped for now. As we work our way up here. Definitely going with XP gain. Now, to get to where we have to be in here, to get actually to the forge or whatever, we are going to have to get to the road, I bet. So, let's just do that. We're going to try not to pull everybody. But we are going to fight whoever we do pull and whoever is directly in our way. I don't want to risk fighting 2 of these guys or 3 of them at once. Just some squash here. We'll do a little harvesting. Pretty cool looking architecture around here, obviously showing some of the ancients with the split faces and the 4 arms that we've heard a little bit about. The enemies here are called the Starfallen, so that's definitely like indicative of what, ancient aliens? I guess. It's kind of what it says to me. Maybe I watched too much History Channel, I don't know. Well, we've done what I didn't want to do, and we've pulled 2 of these guys. It wasn't too bad. Okay. Well, we might be getting too many here. Okay, we didn't pull the third one somehow. That's fortunate. Alright, okay. We are good. Let's take all the loot. Now we've pulled him. Alright, and what do we have here? Soul Warden Inscription. In forge, in tree, in star, in stone, the ancient key, the welcome home. Create the Azoth staff. Nice. Very nice. Alright, so we have the Azoth staff. What do we do now? Travel back to Fisherman's Bend. Alright. Can do that. We just need to get out of here, then we can head back to town. And then once back in town, we can teleport. These guys have some kind of connection or like a beam going between them. I wonder if that's empowering them in some way. Okay, the rest we're probably going to run from. Not that taking the road is actually really going to help us that much, because the road right out here is basically lined with these enemies. So we will cut across country here to save ourselves a little bit of travel time. And we'll head right beyond the walls over here and hopefully lose these guys pretty quickly. We'll try not to run into a tree or anything and like get attacked and dazed from behind. Got a level 55 here. Yeah, the game definitely has a smooth and enjoyable enough gameplay loop that I could see if you had the time to put 4 or 5 hours into it a day, that you could probably easily do that and enjoy your time doing so. Guess we're going in the side entrance of town. That it was the road that I ended up on. For those of you guys that play, that like do dungeons and stuff and group up, how has the community been? Are people basically decent, or is there like a lot of toxicity, or how is the environment for like actually doing the multiplayer aspects where you're having to communicate with people? Be curious to know how that is. Alright, let's see. We are going to head out there, of course, and just kind of talk to Jonas. Get our next quest so we know what level that's going to be. Pretty sure we have only 2 more levels, level 24 and 25, and we should be able to get into a dungeon. I don't know if that has to be unlocked by doing a quest for it. It would be really ideal if the main story kind of led into that at level 25. That's what I would hope for. I really appreciate that about how Final Fantasy XIV introduces its dungeons, is that they usually come as the climax to a story segment, and therefore you have to do them. They're necessary and mandatory. But the side effect of that is that you get to do them.
Welcome back. And look at you, still as fresh as a newborn babe. Most aspiring soul wardens return looking at least a little pale. You must have extra soul to spare.
This guy still has not budged in his animation. Like, I don't remember if he was like this in beta, but this is like, it's a little bit immersion breaking when the person or character doesn't even seem to breathe. The wind doesn't affect them at all or anything. Somebody needs to look at Jonas here. A level 23 weapon
that's
case.
Quite a boon here on Aternum, although I think souls are a little overrated. But indeed, now that you have your staff, you can fight against the corruption as you couldn't before.
How do you mean?
You've seen the breaches, the red roiling wounds in the land that belch smoke and despair like a vent into an underworld of pure, raw torment. Your staff can close them.
How does that work?
The staff is potent. The power of Azoth and that of a pure, willingly given soul. You should christen it. Find one of the breaches nearby, but be careful. Corruption's works are rarely left unguarded.
Alright, it's a level 23 armor case. I'm assuming that means it's going to be a level 23 quest. Oh, it's really close by. I think we're going to go do this. I know this is kind of probably going to be a long episode for it, but yeah, I think we want to go do this, like, right now. And yeah, we'll open the level 23 weapon crate. I don't like the weapon crates. I really wish we just knew what item we were getting, and that we just got an item that we expected to get. Like, okay, great, an ice gauntlet of the soldier, level 331. That seems really great. But it's not something that I'm probably going to use anytime soon. Whereas, like, getting a piece of armor would be cool. You know, every once in a while we get all these weapon crates, but we're not really earning a lot of armor from quest rewards, it doesn't seem. Maybe there are certain types of quests that would reward more armor, and I'm just not doing those. Alright, destroy the corrupted nodes with your Azoth staff. What else are we doing here? Can we get a pin on this? Into the breaches? Nope. Wrong one. Yeah, sometimes it's incredibly difficult, but we need to acquire coin purses using whatever means necessary. I'm gonna try to double these up. This is a really interesting looking area. Our corruption resistance is definitely going down. Not equipped. How do I... Okay. Cool. A couple of things need to happen. Firstly, we need to get out of here because our corruption resistance is about to hit 0 and I don't have any tinctures slotted. So there's that. What do we want to do about that? Let's see. Let's put you... That's blight. This is corruption. Let's put you there for now. Alright, let's let our corruption build up a little bit and then we'll see how this works. We also need to equip the staff. I'm trying to see... Okay, there we go. Right there, perfect. Let's try one of these tinctures. Okay, so it just tops us off. So maybe something we want to wait until we are low. Yeah, everything you have to loot in an area like this is just like more corruption resistance that you're bleeding, right? Oh, hi there. I can't read any of these notes right now because obviously, well, we're gonna melt if we do that. I would like to get this other crates. There we go. It's a crate stuck inside of a crate. I'm sure that is intended. Okay, so we have the kill quest now and the node quest. Same thing here. Can't stop and read this right now, but we can pick it up and I will try to remember to get to it another time. Really wish I could get that other quest to track so I knew how much longer we have to be here, how many more guys we have to defeat. I guess as long as I'm seeing the golden marker above their heads, we haven't completed the quest yet. Alright, there we go. We have completed the quest. And yeah, I like this little corruption area. You can't really take your time and like get a good look at it because you're kind of frantic about the corruption resistance counting down, but I like it that has that like upside down effect from Stranger Things with like the ink kind of bleeding upwards, or what looks like ink bleeding from the ground upwards. That's a cool aesthetic. Let's see. We are done and done. Let's head back this way. And talk to Giannis. Oh, let's grab the hemp. Definitely need to grab this. Probably passed too much of it. It looks like we can track that now on our compass. I did see it there, so I'll try to pay more attention to the compass. I know I probably miss a bunch of stuff like iron nodes and things like that. I'm not used to having a compass up at the top in an MMO. Didn't play a lot of Elder Scrolls Online. I did play it when it first launched. I think I got to around level 25 on a character.
Well done. You closed the breach. I can taste it. Corruption will not spread unchecked anymore. I'd say you were born to be a soul warden, if that weren't such a tragic notion.
You said you could taste it?
Oh yes. A side effect of the process. Like it or not, you'll be able to taste corruption soon.
Oh, great.
Like a rotten tooth, sweet with decay, followed by an aftertaste of blood. It quite ruins dessert, I'm afraid.
That's quite descriptive. Thank you for that.
Don't say I didn't warn you now, but you get used to it. Sort of. There is just one more thing you need before you can be anointed as a soul warden.
What's that?
A heart gem. A vessel you'll use to encase your soul. Protect it. A cold vault within your chest.
Okay.
And the place you'll have to go to get one is a cold vault in the earth, beneath the Amarine Temple.
A heart gem to encase our soul to protect it. It kind of sounds like a lich's phylactery, except we're not hiding it anywhere else. We're keeping it with us. That's a little bit sketchy. What exactly is it that we're becoming? Anyway, why is it below the temple?
It was once a sacred vault, but long abandoned even during my prime. Now, an excavation. It's the only place I know to get an empty heart gem. You'll need your staff to gain entry. Good luck.
Alright, that's going to be a level 25 quest, guys, so we are going to have to hit up some side quests for a while. We have one right near us that we can start with. We also have a bunch over in Monarch's Bluffs, and the great thing about that area is that it's rich with iron. So maybe that'll be the plan. We'll take out this one nearest us. We will then head back to Windsward. turn in all of our quests there. Then we'll teleport out to Monarch's Bluffs. We'll take out all the side quests in that area. And I think if we do that, if we take out this one, maybe we come down here and grab this one again. And then take out all the ones, the 4 over here in Monarch's Bluffs. That could get us level 25 pretty easily. We're almost level 24 already. So yeah, we have a few to turn in already. So I think that'll get us to 25 really quickly. And we'll be able to take on the next story mission as well. But we are going to take a break for now. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I really do appreciate all the continued support on the series. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back on Aeternum really soon. Bye now.